I'm teaching up today. So the class will last for 2 a.m. I just want to guys to know 2 a.m. today class. I'll finish it up then so that we can move ahead to do other things as well. So Monday, our presentation start on Monday. So make sure that your code is ready to present. I will continue building our application when we stopped last time. So I will be sharing my screen. So what we stop uh, to the last time. I think this is what we are building. So the last class I created some HTML which will link having this profile. Then we have this here where we can create cohorts, right? We can create cohorts, okay, image, create cohorts, programs, and everything. So we shall learn how to create that. Very, very important. Then when we learn how to create cohorts, we can also learn how to create what's it called, categories and whatnot. So we will now move into possibly advancing the app from just creating a code category to like making sure that the user can log in, check their cohort. So we're going to expand the project. Then we expand that, possibly see what we can do. So let me split this. So I'll have this as what's it called? I have this as one inline external HTML. So what I plan to do um, is to see how I can possibly have all this as internal. So as internal HTML, CSS rather. So what I will do here is it's very simple. Let me check out this. Right. Welcome to. So I also need to have like the header. So you have something like the header. All right. So let's do that. First thing I'm going to do is grow up this. Uh, so I'll create I'll go to static. So static start. Is there wait a minute. Okay. So I have CSS here. So inside CSS, I'll create a folder. I will name the folder Chidima here. Chidima the guy, any of them here. Okay. All right. Please, both of you can unmute your mic. I want it to be a very if you know you're not in the noisy place, the guy and to the mic, unmute your mic. I want it to be like interactive stuff as we are coding, we are, correcting ourselves. Because if I'm doing it alone, it will a bit not okay. So we are going to create a folder. I will call the folder uh, profile. Okay, okay. Let me just create a CSS here. I'll say files dot CSS. So I put this here. So if you come here and in our this thing, what's it called? You come here to reload. Chidma, mute your mic here. Mute your mic, Chichi. But your eyes a bit not okay. Okay. Chichi, mute your mic. You're not muted. Okay, okay. So, this is what I have here, and then let's link it to the home. Of course, I'll come here. They have load statics. Then inside this load statics, um, so I need to link it by using link. Okay. Let me change this to HTML. All right, link. So I'm going to um. So I usually have this package, right? A package that you can use to link your static file. So when you come here, uh, you can see this auto Django. So this auto Django, if you are not installed, it can use it to automatically link your static file. So what we need to do is how to use Windows Control Shift P, right, to put your auto Django. So that's how to use it. Let me get rid of this. So I want to use my auto Django for my Django file, so that anywhere you have anywhere you have a URL path, it automatically adds the Django file there. So I'll use /p, then put auto Django, then make it add auto Django. It's supposed to automatically add up static here, but you don't have. So what I need to do? Okay, I need to change it to Django, not HTML. So let's try that again to Django. Okay, probably. Right, let me have static to work. All right. So grab this in here. So um this inside the static file I have CSS. So I'll put in CSS uh, slash files the CSS files. It should be file, not files. Files the CSS. So let me go here and change it. Files the CSS. So we come here to reload. You can see we have the color already changed to what we have. All right, then we've done with that. So the next thing I'm going to do is um, can decide to get rid of this, possibly use it as my header, but due to I'm just using only one header, there's no need to have another header that I need to include. So we are done with this. So what we are going to do is that we are going to check out our database. So it should be localhost. I'm not sure that's okay. So PHP admin. So we need to log in. Admin is root. Then this should be empty. All right. So Okay, is it this is our database? Let's confirm the name of our database. Okay, I think this is our database here. So let me go to students. Okay, see I have students. So what we want to do is to see how we can dynamically get all this information. Are you getting me? Like everything here should be dynamic from our database. So we come to our database, you notice that we have all this in our database. So we want to see how we can get this information dynamically on our database. Remember the last class we created a database. So you call admin. Can't even remember my last class admin. It should be admin. I hope that this work. Okay, so we come to students. This is what we have. So we want to see how we can display these students here, their image, uh, their full name, the cohort that that user belong, then the program, the status, date join, and then rating. Then we also have what we call view. So when you click on this view, it will take you to the page details view where you can see more um, extra information about the particular user. So actually, that's what we want to do. So what are you going to do first? We're going to query. We learn about query, how we can query our database. We learn how to query our database. So we are going to query, right? Now, before we start querying, let's go move back to what's they call it, our model. So move back to our model. Boy, I'm exhausted. Okay, this is our model. Inside this our model, we have students. Inside the student, we have the username, first name, last name. So let's see if we have the complete. Uh, okay, we need to add some few things here. So we need to modify our HTML a little bit so that it will be the same with our database. We have status, then we have student type. Hmm? We have student type. We have so let's go and modify our HTML. So here we have, here should be first name, or we can use it as full name. Then let's say student type. What we have here, student type, then program rating or action. This student type, student type. So, oh sorry, I not to put it in th. Uh, you check your database. Your database design will decide if you're adding something or you're not adding. So my own is not corresponding because yes, because you check my own here and I have type, but I didn't have I didn't have it on my design. So I just need to add the student type. So after written there, I have the student type there. Okay, student type. I feel like I should have it as student type on status. Hmm? Let me check that status. So let me have it on status. Online is up. Let me have it here. Let me check where I'm having it. Okay, at the down. That should be after rating. I mean, after rating, it should be view, action, view. Okay. I sure this is a page we are. I mean, this is the place. That's not. This is where we are. So why are we not seeing view here? Sort of view. We are seeing add user. Let's check. Okay, let me change it to this. Let me change it to HTML. This is a, okay. This is a form. All right, I grab now. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. So we grab this. Then type after this. Okay, let's have it here. Then you can have something like cohort leader. So it'll be like primary, primary. So the color, the background color should be primary. So let me look. Okay, this should be last. So what I want to do is that the action should be the last. Yes, you are recording. I want to go and sleep. So you're asking me. Okay, I think say you want to know whether with the record say you go sleep. Okay. Oh. If you program and you sleep for night, I pity you. Don't be, don't be a weak person. All right, this is what we have here. So what we are going to do is to start working on this, right? How do we start filtering? So we need to create a view, right? A view that will help us filter all this, right? So we already have a view, which is the home, right? So we you remember the last time we created a view here called home. So we are going to be filtering on the home. So first thing you need to do is to have access to this our database that will have access to this. So if you remember, we already have classes that represent each of these table, right? We have class for student program, we have a class for students, we have class that have student profile. So we need to have access to this class, right? So we already have this class in our model, Django what? Django model. So we already have this access to this class. So what we need to do is to import all this to our home view. So I will just come here and say from dot model import. Then let's all have students, comma. So you have cohort group, comma. Then we have student, yeah, yes, program, student, yeah, program, yeah. So with this information, right, we can use it to have access to anything here, then we query them. Now there's a problem we are going to encounter. We will see how we can think and see how to solve that problem. And what is that problem? We'll look into it now. So what we want to do now is to filter all the students, right? So we want to like filter all the students. So it is very important that we understand how to filter all the students, right? How do we do that? Um, what we can do is we need to start a bit by bit to get all the students. Um, to get all the students is very, very simple, right? So we have to come to our view and then do a bit of filtering, right? To get all the students. So particularly for that particular cohort. All right, let's fire down. So to get all the students, you can come here and also be checking out the model. If you can permit me, I'll just break this into two. So you can be seeing uh, everything we are doing on our VS Code. It's good to be seeing what we are doing on your VS Code. So let's get rid of this. So I confirm, can you see my VS Code? Two of them, like I split it into two. Is okay, have you? Okay, right. So I want to, so as I'm working, we are looking at, now we want to filter this, right? So we want to filter and get all the students because you are not getting a particular student. So if we come here, whatever we are getting is all the what? All the students. So that's what we are getting. Um, okay. It's all the students that we are getting. All the students inside here, not just a particular student. So in respect to that, what we are going to do is that we call a variable, say all underscore what students equals to uh, this student that is here, we call it student dot objects dot what dot all, right? So object dot all. So to test this, all right, how do we know that we are really getting everything? How do we know? So we can tell us, yes, you can print out student from the terminal. So you can say print all. So now if you print out, nothing is going to happen because you work with the request. So we need to go back to this view and then reload, right? We need to go back and reload the page. So as you're doing the page, it's fetching this man and then printing this man. So let's quickly go back to that view. So this is the view, then we reload. So immediately we reload, we come back here. I notice that in our terminal, we have he brought in a squad, what we call a query word, a query set. So a query set is the results is getting, right? And is on a list. You can see it is on a list. That means we need to look into it and get all the students, right? To get what? All the students. So that's what we are going to. Another way of doing this is not print because me, I don't like using print, right? So I like using a debugging um, modules in Python. You can say import pd, import uh, pd, yeah, pdb. So pdb in Python, it is a package you can inbuilt package in Python you can use to check if something is on a database. If it is there, then what you are going to do, it's going to get those things by you typing the variable. So if I want to do that to check if something is here, so I need to come to the down here, right? above this, so that when it's running, it run PDD, right? Above this, above the variable you want to check. So I'll say PD dot so yeah, it should be below. Sorry, is it below, right? Okay, it's below, not above. Sorry, it's above, not below. Like below this, because it has to run first. Because if you put it above, it only run the PDD. Then when they call this variable, we will not recognize it. So you need to put it below rather. PD dot set what? Uh, um, dot set trash. Yeah. So this is it. Then let's go and reload. So this will actually stop our browser from loading. So as you're loading, it will keep loading. It will not stop. So you need to come to the bed. Then you see this PDB is on. So what we are going to do is that it's only seeing this. Okay, let's try something. If it didn't work, we can change it. Underscore student, right? Okay, let's try to put X. Say name student not defined. So let's try to put like all underscore students. Okay, so we need to put this above, not below, rather. So above, all right. So can go back and reload, and then we'll come back here. Okay, let's break this out. Run our server, then let reload. All right. Okay, you can see it's getting it. You can see it here, right? So if we do it above, not below, you can see the variable here. So uh, so we call the student variable. So we call the student variable. What are we getting? Student is not defined. All underscore students. Why is student not defined? Or is all this students not defined? All underscore students. Telling me student not defined where is already getting the student variable. So let's reload again and try. It shouldn't tell us student not defined. It's getting the student variable already now. So this is the variable it's getting. So let's see. Student is not defined. No, it's not. It's supposed to work. Is that below? I don't know. But it's supposed to work. Let's reload again. Okay, I think let's have this again. Student all underscore student. Okay, I think you have to be below. I don't know why it was saying us undefined before now. So you can see the same thing that we have here. You can see this one is more explicit. Student 1, student 2, student 3. So this has to be below. Then comment on it, because if you don't comment on it, when you try to load your page, you are going to have some error. So I hope you all understood about this. Now it is now clear that we are getting something from this variable. So to have this in our HTML here, we actually need to pass in something right on our template as context. So I'm going to come here and call context as a dictionary. then now create a key value. So the key I'm going to have here is students, and then passing all students. So they'll come to here, my templates, I put comma, right? Passing context equals to um, context, which is this, what we have here. So this is what we need to do, and we are good, right? So we have to come to our templates. Inside the templates, we are going to look for cohort home, right? So close this back. So I'm going to drag this here. Then let me close this. Anybody here close it? Anybody who are not is, let's just close. So let's close so I can have bigger ones. So then bring this a little bit down. Oh, sorry. I basically close the home. Students, that's home. All right. So we inside here we have students, right? So we are going to call this students the key, not the value. So come here, and because it is in a list, right? We need to loop into. So here we have. Let's check what we have. From here we have profile. So we're going to have to loop into this, not inside this place, not outside, right? So we come here, T arrow. From T arrow is what we are going to loop. From the T arrow. So we're going to loop inside this T arrow here, because this T arrow is actually what is creating this, right? Shut up. The guy, right? Okay. So we are going to loop into, can call for, right? We've learned about for the last time, Abi. Eh? Uh, so he has what we call end. So end is where you want it to end. So I want it to end after this, right? For then I can say for any list, anything at all, right? Anything at all. It don't necessarily need to be the same variable. So you can use anything. So, but the second one, you're not going to use anything. You're going to use whatever that is same here, right? So let me copy this. I will say for students, or each student. So remember this name. This name I'm using is my name. I can use anything. I can use any. It doesn't matter. I can use anything. So I pass students. Right. This is actually looping into this. So whenever you loop into this, let's see what's going to happen. So let's reload. So you notice that we have about many students. So we're also going to see how we can like work on this, either getting the first three students, then we will now use what we call pagination, right? So the way pagination work with that, we can only decide to display only 5 students, and then use pagination to create the remaining. So you can click on next, 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 next. Then use pagination to what to work on the remaining. So, however, the this thing is much. I can even decide, okay, let me get only five letters. Uh, um, yes, let's get like the latest uh 5 of all these, like the latest one, right? So we can do that by getting the latest one. So what we can do to ensure that you are getting the latest one, it is very simple, right? Can say that get the latest student, right? Excuse me. Right, let's go. So we can say let's get like the latest 5 students. So what we are going to do is that it's very simple. So we need to go to our dates where we have this dates. Uh, so when we come to dates model, so inside the model, remember we didn't have date too. There's no way we can do that. Getting the latest if we don't have dates. Because if we have date now, date can mm, let's see. We don't have dates here. Don't have dates here. So don't actually have dates here. So what we're going to do is that we create a date, or what we are going to do is to look for a way to get um look for a way to get the latest one, right? So that we're going to do. What do you mean by ID? No, 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 no. The best, the best. I think the best approach. I think if you ask me, the best approach is to use order by. All right. Or you can also use thinking of what to do. Thinking of what to do. What to do. I didn't get you. Come again, please. No, it's here. We can do it to create the. There's no way you can know the latest if you are not using time, unless you are going to use ID first one. This stuff. So that's yes. So what we can do here? Are you getting me? What we can do is that all those ones are you want to go and confuse some people. So we need to add date here. That's only what mm, we want to only have date here, right? So if you did not have date, there's no way Django will know the first one that was created or when each other student join. So using ID is just uh, wasting your time, right? Just want to confuse yourself more. So there's two ways to achieve it. Either we do that, and then we can create a helper class that will help us order our model based on created, or we can sort it out based on now. This is what we are going to do. Um, Thinking of what to do. So we can. Um, so what we can do is just like thinking. Um, so we can come here and say date underscore join equals to I think I should use what's it called it this date time, right? Date time field, right? So the date time field, um I want you to automatically create it without modifying it. So we have to so Yeah, I'm trying to fix stuff. Okay, let's go on our migration. So I'm going to show you guys the two way of doing this side. Python, they are going to ask us for default clinical. I know. So you can just use two, one. Let them use the hand and provide. So let them use the hand and provide for us. Then migrate. All right. All right. So let's come back and check this out here. Um, students, check it out. So let's register that student to admin. So we need to register it for it to appear on our Django.admin. So here's the student, there's admin. So we have to come to student admin. Okay. So yeah, going to, yes, I've seen it. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. You can see all the dates that were created. All of them have the same dates, right? All right. Now, or next, what we are going to do, if we want to like display this um based on filtering, right? Based on first come first serve, like you want the first user, that the first thing that was created, we want them to be at the top. So you can either do it this way. You can either filter it, or we can do it in a class and tell the class that immediately this thing is created, order it this way. So we can either do it on model. I think doing it on model is more okay than doing it here, because if you are writing another view where you are displaying this, you need to keep repeating the same code. So I feel that we should just come here and a write a matter class. So I'll come here and see class. They have matter. What a matter class. So inside this matter, have this. Then here I'll write ordering, right? Um, matter class. Right. Okay. This should be E. Meta, yeah. So use ordering. So use ordering. So ordering is equals to. So we're going to have a list, right? Ordering. Now this ordering is that the way we want when a user created um when a user created our when a user creates our profile, how do we want it to order, right? You can see ordering, we use minus, right? So the reason why we are using minus is to display it in descending order, yeah, ascending order, right? Which means descending order rather. Yeah, is it descending order? Yeah, descending order. So we want to display it good. So we are going to, call this for the back. No, okay, descending. We are coming from the top. So okay, now if listen, just calm. Just calm down. Maybe we try. If you know what, we can still use other one. Then we can get a bit clarification on that. So so what we are going to do, I think what we did now is to make it on descending. descend. So we start from the top, right? From the first created. So let's do that and come back to our stuff. So let's reload. So let me go and create a new one, right? Let me go and create a new one and see what we are going to have. So yeah, I'll come here and create Macaulay. Okay, you can see uh, um, so to have a new name. So member or co-leader or secretary, then save, right? Okay, we are not going to see it now because uh, we are not displaying this dynamically, right? So let's see, and then let's go back and display this information dynamically. So that will also help us. Very important. So if we are displaying this information dynamically, it's going to help us be able to set some of the parameters that we need. So let's quickly go back there and try to get it. So what I'm going to do in my Django view is that I already looping into this, right? Looping into this, and all right. So here is what we have. Scroll down. The first thing we are going to do is that we need to get what the picture, right? So in the picture, what we are going to do is that to get the picture, we need to get rid of all this. Let's get this dynamically. So to get that picture, we have the source. Then I'm going to call Django the way we use our Django variable. So I'm going to call the email field. So um okay, okay, let's call the username first. We'll come to the email because the email is actually not here, right? Are we good? The email is not here, right? Yes, it's actually the profile. And do we have any relationship with the student and the profile? The answer is what? The answer is less 39. So how do we assess this? We haven't access to all the students. Then how do we assess uh the profile from the student? Because here now we don't have it as one of our field. Usually we can, if you want to get, like say if you want to get username, you can just do let's say you want to get the first name, you can just come here and let me undo this. So you can just come here and look for the name. So this is the name. We can call variable here and put student or each student that we have here. Okay, each student each student dot 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 what do we call it? That person the first name, right? So this will give us first name because the one we are looking at is this model, the student model, and as we are looking, we already have access to all this model. So let's come to this and then check this out. So you can see that we have this Chuku, we have this one green, we have all these names. Now, how do we get this picture? Because this picture, we don't have access to it. How do you get this picture? Who can tell us how to get this picture? Because they are relationship, of course, they are relationship. How do you get this picture from the profile? So it's actually a work for us to brainstorm on. I believe you guys have done this as an assignment. So how do you do it? The gang. Yes, the gang. Yeah. So how do you get, okay, you first of all filter the profile. Yeah. Mm. Okay. That means what you are trying to do is that you first of all, um, you first of all filter the profile student and get all the students, right? Is that what you're saying? And then, mm, oh, okay, that's a very long process. Who can tell us again? That's a very, very long process. Before you do all those stuff, person when they write normal code or write finish. Who can help us? Hmm? Yeah, good evening, sir. Okay. Yeah, go on, go on. Okay. I think reverse situation is also okay. Yes, it's also okay. All right. Who next? Lawrence. Lawrence. Okay. So both of you guys tried, but there is a better way to do that. Now, if we come here, that's what we call in Django, we call uh, set underscore all, right? In Django, let's say explain. We can say in Django database, Django model. So now, hopefully, you can see it some, and then where you can see it and read to learn about set.org. Um, in a situation where I don't have relationship with this man, but in this place, right, I have a relationship. Then I want to assess this man. Remember that we have a relationship here called student, a field called student. So with this field called student, that means we can use it, this field here, we can use this field here to get whatever that. Yeah, with you. Don't worry. We are past that. We are past that area. We are past it, please, Lawrence. All right. So we can use this student, whatever we are having here, whatever we are having here. Hmm? Please mute your mind, Lawrence. Please mute your mind. Lawrence, mute your mind. Mute your mind. So let's go and see the set up. He said when using model, please. It's okay. It's okay. Please. So let's see now. A set up, it actually use um is a default Django model you can use for a reverse relationship, right? You use it for what? For a reverse relationship. On a situation where you have the student here, hmm, where you have the students here, the profile. So what I'm going to do is that we have a relationship here. You can either we add what we call relationship, or can you set dot or. But let's try something. Let's call this student. Hmm? Let's call that student. So we can come here and say something. Let's try here and say each student. Hmm? Let's check the student. Hmm? Dot um dot. Let's try like address and see what we are going to get. Dot address. So let's try this. All right. So we come here and then try to reload. So if you notice that we're not getting anything, at all. So we can also do something, something very a bit tricky if we really want to get each of the students. So we can do it this way. Either use what we call relationship, right? Adding what we call a relationship model. So you don't need to filter anything. So what the relationship model will do is that we can pass in something here called what? Relationship. Relation. So this related name rather. So this related name, what the related name will do is that it can serve as a name that we can use to access anything that is coming in here from directly from the user. So if we call the yeah yeah in one to one. Okay, it means no, you can use it. It doesn't matter. You can use it. Yeah, you can use it. It doesn't matter. Are you getting me? Are you with me? Sorry, I didn't get to. Please come again. Yeah, it used that was it means set dot all. If it can, yes, it could work. But if you want to use related name, you can still use related name. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So what we can do is that there are two ways of doing this. You can use related name if you don't want. So let's not use related name. Let's go to a different route. So what we can do here is that we can call this field name the class name, right? Which is student. But it have to be in lowercase. All have to be in the lowercase. So this name here have to be in the lowercase, right? You don't need to use capital letter, right? So we come here. So you can say student underscore profile. Now the student underscore profile we are referring to is this man. So let it be in lower cap. Don't use capital letter, right? All have to be in lower cap. Then we can call dots. Any field that we want to access inside here. Let's say I want to access like rating. So can come here and put dot rating. So with this, we can be able to access from the student. We can be able to access whatever um, that we have here, because the model already have a relationship with this man. They can use this the class table, but you have to be all underscore. So with this, we can be able to have access to one-on-one relationship profile. So let's quickly come here and then reload. Then when we reload, you can see that we have what? Our rating, right? You can see that we have our rating. So you can see each of the students have their own rating. So like I said, what you need to do is to call this Plato profile here, and then you're already looping into the student. You don't need to start writing multiple code in your view before you achieve that. As some cases, some people would like to go filter this, then they now say filter dot student equals to student. You should get all the student. That's just okay. And now we're also doing it is very simple. You can come here and then uh, filter what's they call it? You can come here and filter this, then use that to get all the students. Use that to filter all the students. So you get all the students that has profile. You can use it to do what I want to do. But however, I think this one is a bit cool and a bit easy. So I'll use that to get my profile. So what I can do is I still come here and copy this. So remember this profile name is actually this profile here. So I will now come here and get the profile picture exactly. So now if I get the profile picture this way, this may not work, and I'll tell you why it will not work. Right? It will not work. So let me remove this. So I'll tell you why this will not work for us. Then we'll see reason why it will not work. So the way Django get the pictures now, now I can see Django is actually getting. Django is not getting it's getting the picture, but it's not actually displaying. Now when it comes to Django admin and then come to profile, you come to this, then you can see that we have sorry. Okay, scroll down a little bit. Let's scroll down. So when you click on here, you see that we have a URL, right? A URL. So with Django, we need to get this part of this image. Let's try to do something. We can either use join, right? You can use join, but however, let's leave it that way. Now we need to get the part of this image before it's going to work. So this image is called URL. So for us to get the part of that image, we need to pass what we call dot what dot URL. So whenever you are getting image, you need to pass dot URL. So that URL will get the image part, which is this part that is here. Then with this, you can be able to get all the images that are available, right? Like almost all our, it's only one that have image. The only one that have image. So let's go and update some of the image. Let's quickly go update some of the image. It's only this that had image. No, it is not. I think we did only one. We did only one. It's having one images. Let me confirm here. We don't have. Did only one. So let me update this one. Mm, mm, mm. That image that we downloaded that is I don't know why I saved them. I downloaded those images, but I don't think I have it handy now. This is the image you use. So we can come here and reload. So you're able to have another image. So this is the image for this person. So let's go back and try to figure that out. So Victor, do you have image here? No image. So there's an image. So just get an image. All right. So actually, this person have image. He has an image, which is, I think this is who is this? This is powerful. Let leave him. Okay. They have an image for this guy. All right. All this. So let's go and get the names. So let's know the ones that have them and the ones that don't have name. So here should be name code dot. I want to get both first name and second name. So scroll up a little bit. So we have first name. Then I want to copy this also, and then paste this here. So we have so we have to have last name. Spectaculous was popping. Okay, so right, so you should be able to have all of them. So this one we don't have anything that is showing. So let's delete some of this filter that we filtered. Is it giving us duplicates? Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, and we're having a in our database. Okay, let me delete some of these things. How will I know that the ones that don't have? No, it's not showing the list. I want to know the one that don't have profile so I can delete them. Okay, let leave all those ones that don't have picture because we'll create them. Um, how will I do this now? I'm just thinking of what to do. Uh, okay, let's just delete. Okay, let's. Okay, what we are going to do here, are you getting me? We are programmers, right? Let's make sure that anybody that don't have any profile picture, what we can do is that we just display this. We can display a default profile. Hmm? Huh? So, hmm? Hmm. So how can we achieve that? Hmm? Okay, tell us how to do that. Coach, what is that? Okay, no, with the battery, one die. Okay, so how do we do that? Um, tell us how do we do that? Hmm? Tell us how we do how we do that. Okay, let's go. Let's go and do this. So, hmm? Okay. So tell us. Okay. This place. You mean yeah? Okay. Let's go. If hmm right, okay at the beginning of uh, there's this. Look at it now. Is it not here? Ah, it's not going to be possible now because you have to do inside city. Okay. Inside here. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. 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 Let's try that. Oh yeah. Now let's use it now. Tell us what to do. If what? If okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. If this, then to display this, right? The so the S can okay. Let's choose a default image. Let's say how about blank um, what are we going to use? Okay, let's use let's use avatar. Let's use avatar now. Okay. All right. So we are going to Open the image tab. Then, all right. So move this here away. Okay. So let's get that. Or you can see those that don't have image. So it's very simple. So very simple. So the one that don't have image, you just have an avatar. Instead of you removing them, you can even see those that don't have image should not display. You don't want to show them here at all. So it's very simple. I use an if statement to be able to control whatever that comes in here. So the next thing we're going to do is to get the cohort. I don't want us to write any program in our view. As long as you are having the students, you are getting the students, you should get everything. Is that relationship? So who can tell us what to do? How to get the cohorts. So remember, the cohort is not just one, but there are many. So how do we get the cohort? I want it to be very interactive class so that everybody can understand and learn. So how do we get the cohort? So when it comes to the cohort here, I want to give you guys hints. So we have the code group. So there's a relationship between the code to the student, which is many, right? Many to many to the relationship. So how do we get the cohort? So here is the code group. Where's the code group self? Here's the code. No, here's the code group. What's code group? After student name. Okay, here's the code group. Yes. So how do we get the student with cohort? Hmm? What if you don't want to add a related name? Does it mean that it's not possible? Okay, there is two way of doing this. Now we have a challenge, and the challenge you're having is that in the student field we don't have any cohort here, and if you notice, we also have the same challenge here. But what we did on this one, because it's one-in-one relationship, we use the model name, but it's not going to work with um with many to many field. It's not going to work that way. Now, Django, um, okay, in Django, have what we call a set, right? So a set is actually like an in-building, what do they call it? Building Django model. So set.all is actually a building Django model. So what it does is that um, it allow you to it allow you to um, get the results or the instance of a related model. Let's say this man, the students, which is on line 14, and the cohort, which is in line 64, are related. And you want to do what we call a reverse relationship. You can use set.all. So it's an inbuilt. Now, if you don't want to use set.all, you can use what we call a related field. So set.call, it only use when you want to get multiple fields of a related model. So if you are getting a multiple field, that is a multiple relationship, so it will retrieve the instance of that model from the database and then update it for you. So it only happen if you are having multiple information. So I don't want to add any related here, but if I want to have any relationship, either you are using foreign key, it work the same way. But in related field, related work both on one field, many to one field, many to many field. But set only work with when we are getting a multiple instance, right? To get all, to set dot all, we get all the information, all the cohorts that is related to this particular man, right? So let's come to our the same thing. We also do the same thing on Django model. So we also work with what with Django model. So let's quickly see how we can achieve that. To achieve this, it's actually very simple, very simple. So let's get it started. Okay, let's go. So this is where we are. So what can do is that we are going to call what's it called, the Django model, right? So what we can do, can come here and say we try to filter something, right? So filter using for. So inside this for, right, we are going to say cohort, just any name at all, cohorts in. So in the each student. So remember, this each student is having access to all our students, then dots. So when it comes to the model here, we have the table name, so which is what, dot cohort. So please let it be all lower cap, the same way we did on the same way we did here, right? Let it be on all lower cap. So don't put it on big cap, let it be on lower cap. Where we say dot cohort. Cohort. So here I can bring this down to C, then bring it down to G. Then we're going to call that set, right? Underscore set dot all. So what is this code actually doing? Is that it actually looping inside this student. So getting this, remember this variable here have access to all the student instance, which is this student instance here, which is the student instance that we have here. They have access to all the student instance. So what you're actually doing is that when you come here, you don't call this cohort because they have relationship. This man already have relationship from here, so you call this name. So this they have to be in lower cat. So whenever you are getting in uh, a relationship model and you are getting the instant, you need to be in a lower what, a lower cap. Let it all be in a what, a lower cap. Without that, it's not going to work. So call the table name, pass this in a lower cap. Then Django have an inbuilt Django model you can use to get all the relationship, which is set the word dot all. So this set dot all, we need to remove this. Set dot all would then get all the information from this cohort. So here I'm going to bring this down inside this cohort. So if we do that, so what we are going to do is that we are going to say going to call in the cohort. Then the cohorts, which I'm going to pass in as a filter, cohort dot. Then we come to the cohort here, we have the name, cohort dot what? Dot name, right? Cohort dot name. So this will give us access to all the user cohort. You can see this is cohort 20, cohort 21, cohort 13, cohort 17, cohort 17, cohort 17. So you can see we have access to all the cohorts. So this is actually what we did here. Let me recap again. For those that understand. Okay. Mm, mm. On Django model or on Django template, which of them? No, Django template. See now, Django template um, is an inbuilt structure that if you want to get the table of a model, both in Django template and Django view, you must call it in a lower cap. Sometimes if you want to get the fields, you can even put um, underscore underscore, right? Underscore underscore to get the field. So it must be in lower cap. As far as you are getting an instance of a relationship in a table, this must be in a lower cap. You can decide to write this in a lower cap too. It still need to be in lower cap when you are calling it. If you write it in upper case, you also need to be in a lower cap. So the conventional way of doing this is like this because it's a class. You don't write classes with lower cap. It's not conventional in Python. You use capital. You start with capital. Every class start with capital. No class start with lower. It's a conventional way of doing it. So it's a class, not a function. It's a function now. Usually function, every function, conventional way of writing function is lower cap. You can also decide to write it in capital. However, it's your choice. So, but in Python, in Django, this is not your choice. You must follow the conventional way of doing it. You must for it to work. All right. So, um, we have this here. So you guys, assignment I'm giving you guys, listen. Um, you guys are expected to go and add pagination. So we just need only three of them to appear here. Then add pagination. When you click on next, it take you to next. Just three should appear on the front end. So next we are going to do is to also get the program, right? Uh, the program. So now who can tell? I want us somebody to come and tell us how to get the program. Oh yeah. So let's go. Should I go to the model? How to get this? The course. Should I go to the model? Hmm? Yes, that is what we are going to do. It's also the same way. So I want you to know, yeah, these are foundational because if you don't know all these ones, when I start writing advanced program like e-commerce system that will even need to use JavaScript and build an endpoint, I will not come and be telling you how to do query. I will be doing it and you are watching me. Then I will explain. The reason why I do is I'm taking my time to explain all this because when we start building it, it will be easier. There are a lot of work. This is not a fact. The thing is that all these things can do it on their Django view. But me, why doing it on Django view where you can still do it on template? Make it your Django view very simple. Some people do it on Django view. Now, if you want to use a different way of doing this, you see it. I use a different way. I will write it everything in Django view and get everything. That I don't even need to go and loop in Django view. I just come loop in a Django view and then come here and just put it. But I feel that doing this in template is more better. It's more better. So what we are going to do here is we are going to do the same thing here. So we can come here and for. So we end our for here, because all your for should have the beginning and have an end. So always know that. And then for program in cohort dot, to come to program here. So this is a program. So you have to be in lowercase. Program underscore set dot all, right? So yeah, I'm going to call the program dot name, then confirm dot course, not name. So all these fields you are getting it directly. So let's reload. So we have a front end. So like this one, what does this one have here? Exam result. Is that your course? All right. So there's a problem we're having here. Program. So why is this guy in? What do we do here? Let's check what we did here. Uh, check what we did. Is it that I made a mistake? What this man? Who is this man just now? Who is this guy? Victor. Are you sure it's from backend or HTML? Check. Which of them? This one. Let's check the course. Let's check the course. What is the name here? It's not, that's Victor. It's not from the backend. Course. No, let run if statement. Doesn't need to have a person. So we can run an if statement inside here. What is that? This is okay. We can run it inside here. So tell us what to do. Hmm? The guy. Okay. Oh yeah, now let's go. Hmm. Really? Are you sure? Okay. Ah, are you sure? Okay. 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 So if it's there, let him display something or else. Sorry. Sorry. Come. Mm, okay. All right. So is it okay? Okay. Let's check it out. Is that working now? Hmm? Hmm? Okay. Okay, hold on. Who's it? No, call out from where? Call out for the water. Mm. Water they will give me. Okay. Yes, I get. No. Don't worry. Listen. Huh? Mm. Okay. So we are here. Hmm? Now, there's a problem here. Mhm. Okay, let me allow you. If you can't do that, let go another person see. Now, remember this set done all. You need to understand what set means. Hmm? Set dot all can get all the data in the database. Are you getting me? Can get all the data for you in the database. So let's all right. So let's move on. Let's move on. After looping it, after looping it. Remember here we are not looping. So if you are looking at set approach, here we are not looking here. So you can't use same approach here to use what we are doing here. So looping before checking is wrong. It can still work if you like remove the if program. It can still work because you have to check before you loop. So that's what you need to understand. So this code has to come up here. It has to come up and for has to come up here. So we're going to say if student, if this the students, uh, can say like this, if the student dot program, um, well, we need to use set because set is very important. The set, then dot exist. So you need to check if it exists. Exist. Is there exist correct? Huh? Exist. Okay. So if sorry, if it exist, it should loop. Are you getting me? And get this It can only loop if it exists. Then in the situation where it does not exist, so we need to end for here. You understand? So we need to end for. So what we are doing that if cohort, if each student program underscore set does exist, instead of getting or we check if he exists, right? Then it should now run the loop and get the student, or else it should just give us this student not found. So it cannot loop before you check. Just that you are entering, you're getting something, then you check if that thing exists. So before you can to check, you're going to check if it's there. So you can see what we have here. No cost, right? Where is that? This one. If you do this, now listen. If you do this way, you are going to have multiple. In fact, even the cost will be multiple. Everything here will be multiple, multiple. Okay. Then if you are removing this license, and for you know this one. What of if you are having, okay, okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Where is it? Um, it definitely will not work. No worry, yourself. It definitely will not work. Whenever I call F, you must end it. You don't end it on your own. It will definitely will not work. You just are saying if statements. You are not ending the if. This is not Python. This is Django. Are you getting me? You must end it. If you don't end it, there's no way it can work. So I think we are getting there. So we are getting there. So let's have next one. So let's have the date, right? So uh, we've done it already. That's why I say should go and do it, so that person will not see the, the you can't wait. If you wait for me, you cannot meet up now. Is it not on Monday we are presenting? It's on Monday now. Of course, yes, possible. So then what we are going to do there is to call the status. So the status is also very simple. So we don't need to look for the status. At let's confirm if the status is here. The status is okay. The status is under students, right? Student status, right? So this one is very easy. So don't need to wrap our brain to get that. So we're going to have a online exam, right? Sorry. Okay. So why are we doing this now? Oh, all right. Okay. So we are going to have students, your status, right? So let's also reload. Now we're having a problem. So we're having a problem there. So we are going to uh where is the model? So we what do you mean by filter? Filter tag in Django. I understand, but yeah, now the problem here is what if you want to compare? Filter will not compare to check if the student, the one that only the student that is active should show, and the one that is not active no show. Right? If you want to use a system and to do what to check what and what, now what you are going to do here is that so let's have your filter. Instead of writing the if statement, let's have a filter. So what do you want us to do here? So all right. So what do you want us to do? Tell us. Hmm? What? No, continue. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Further. Hmm? What do you mean by yes, no? Y E S. Uh-huh. Okay. Talk, I'm hearing you. Let me know if you make mistake, I will tell you. Further. Okay. Okay. So this is what you mean, right? Then the, the first one is true, right? Can say active. Then okay. So now remember this is just remember this is just a placeholder. Oh, don't worry, it will work. This is just a placeholder, right? You cannot use it to. So what it means here is that. So what's happening here is that let me explain to you. What's happening here is that here we have default as true, and true. Some people true does not mean anything. Those who are not programmers will not understand what is true means and what is false means. So the other way of doing it is can either create this kind of type. You can say status, then you can put it pending, active or inactive, and use it, right? Or you can come here and but this one we are doing here cannot you can't use it for an if statement, right? So you can't use it to check. Then another way of doing the check if it go to true, then you write it manually or false, else false, you write it manually. So, but this what he actually did here is almost similar to um, what we actually did earlier. So that is what why it is. So let's load the error. Native, is it active? Could not, okay, could not face remainder. Okay, all right. So let's fire down. Native, say inactive what? Could not see the remainder. Blah. Let's scroll down and see. Mm, okay, this also needs to be in quote here. All right. Okay, think inactive. uh, Wait, let me check. Inactive. mm, yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Mm, all right. All right. Mm, okay. So if it is true, active, 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 active. All right. So what it's actually saying here is that instead of us having a default true, we can add a customized true, either using yes or no. So I think that is what that means. So let's move in further to try to get all right. So let's get the dates. So they will still be the same. All right. So the dates here, I'm going to pass in uh, each student. So check out the dates. Dots. I think the date here is date join. All right. Let's see what we got. What we got. Mm, oh, I think there's a mistake here. That's any mistake. Right. So let's run this again. Okay, I did a mistake here. All right. Okay. Now this is the date that we have. Right. So it's showing us both hour when it was created. So we just need the date. We don't need the hour. Right. So we just need the date. We are going to series filter. So we come here. Passing our filter. Um, so inside the filter, we're going to have a date filter. Then inside here, we're going to have year, um, capital letter F. The month will be in full. Then Y should be in small letter, and then the year should be in full too. So this is what we have. Let it load, and then we have October. Sorry. Okay, I used to. This should be Y. All right. To October 19. Can see October 19. Let's make it OT small letter. Remember, it's OT small letter, right? Y is complete. Okay. 06. Um, that should be F, which is month. So let's check month. October. I want to get the small October. So October should be uh October should be so October should be M, Abi. Should be M, right? M, right? M. Or B letter M. I think that's good. Like which is month with okay, yeah, exactly. So this is what we have, October 19, 2020. So then let's get the rating. The rating also very simple. Simple things to get. Okay, yeah. Yes, we want to make it if you want to make it inactive, see the inactive, if you want to make it inactive on database or just you want it to display inactive on Django. If you want to display, that's why you have to go and create this list. Yes, choices. So in there are choices. You can display whatever in the database. So if you want to make an inactive, you can filter. So basically, fi- basically use an if statement and if you want to turn it to inactive on database, right? uh You can check if statement, use if statement. Probably you can say if the user login, let it be inactive. Or if a user did a particular thing, or if a user did not, or if a user create an account, make it an inactive, right? Then until admin approve the user. So you're going to write uh you are in default you make it inactive. Then if it's a situation where the user is logging in or the user is need to do some need to sign up or need to log in, need to do anything, if that user is an inactive, you will not be able to do anything. Let's say if a user want to purchase a product and his status is inactive. So when you are writing a function that is allowing the user to purchase product, you need to check if the user status is active, let him purchase the product. But if it's inactive, then when he try clicking on the product page to buy, then they should tell him that the account is inactive. Either logging out the person, or you can just redirect the person to the page. So it all depends on what you want. Everything is achievable in programming. Everything. That nothing is not achievable. Nothing. Nothing. So that is it. Everything at all is achievable. Just that you being able to maneuver and understand the logic. So let's go back. Rating. We don't have rating here. What do we have rating? Okay, we have rating on the profile. So we can quickly do that also. So here we can do dot um, profile profile. Let me check well the name. Let me student profile. You have to be low cap student profile. Student profile dot rating. Okay, so we have it here. So anywhere I don't have it, you just do it zero rating. So you just need to do your if statement. What is it? You can come here and do your if statement here. You can say if student dot rating if student dot rating, then put this here. So they have it here. S. Have another one here. Then this one we can going to say 0, 0.0, right? That means the user don't have any rating. Grab. So because you have 0.0. So you can even decide to give it any color. If user have rating, if user meet up 50%, yellow color, 30%, green color. So just play around. The thing is that programming is very simple. Just play around with whatever that you have there. You can see this one I don't have written. You can decide to give all this one I don't have written to red. Then if you want to do that, and those that have written to green. So you can come here. So this is where we get our rating, right? Those are rating. So this is where we get our rating. So let me put my HTML. So those that have written, I can come here and say class text text underscore sources. So this is like bootstrap I'm using. So then this one can come here, class and text, then can use danger, right? So let me go and put it back to Django so that I can be seeing my tab. So you load, can see that, can see what we have here, right? Green and then red. So let's get the code leader, and then we'll now work on the view where you can view all this information using the ID or using any name at all, right? So moving next, so we're going to have a view. What's next left there? Okay, co-leader. So we need to get the status of each of these. So student dot, then that should be under there should have like student type. Hmm? Yes. Okay. Take that's all that we've done. All right. Member. Once everybody here is a member. So let me change pressures to leader. So leader to, to okay. Okay. Now I think we've been able to carry out all our filter. So I want if a user click on this page, it will take him specifically for this user page. Should we end it here or should we complete it? We should complete it. Okay. So so if you end it here, right? Okay. Okay. Does it mean that every other one every other one will be given an assignment? Okay, that means we are going to continue on Wednesday. That okay, so on Wednesday. Okay. So okay. So the guy, see what you are going to do for me. The guy. So this is it. I don't want to come back to the project again. The next one I'm going to do is that what you are going to do is the display. So let them who guys to go and do details view. So details view now, you know the details view page, right? Now look at the page here. Not the profile, not the is it the profile? Individual profile. No. Yeah, good. This is the student profile. Let me open it. Now, when you click on for example, when you click on it, it will show you the student rating about the student, then the cohort that related cohort of that student. Are you getting me? Let's say you have 10 persons on your cohort, all of them should show you. You understand? Have you, good and fine. So then the last one you guys are going to do is pagination. So you guys should do pagination for this. So this should have pagination. Only letters three should appear here. Then pagination to follow. Yes. 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 No, no, not an app. When you click on next, it will show pagination now. Yes. The next three. It can, it can be next two. It can be next one. Yes, pagination. So you guys should do that. Now, what we are going to do next on this project is okay, I think to create, delete, and update. Like instead of doing it in Django admin, instead of doing this in Django admin, we are going to create where we are going to where somebody is going to be adding. So now that person that is adding now must log in before he can be able to edit. So we are going to add must log in. A person must log in before he will see this page. Are you getting me? And then the person must be admin. So if you are not admin, when you log in, even though you are seeing this page, you try to fill. Or when you log in, you are not going to see this page. Then yes, I see what you are going to do for me here. See what you are going to do for me here. You add two buttons here. One is delete and delete and edit. Are you getting me? The guy, I'm talking to you now. So you're going to deploy it on GitHub. Do it and send it tomorrow so that I can study it, like run it at a repository on my system. So Wednesday, what you are going to do, we'll do create, delete, and update of all. Then we also could do the same thing. And now, I don't know. Now also here, please, here you are going to add. This is add new member. You are going to add the one of where we can create courses, a button, and a form to create course. The guy I'm telling you, this is your own assignment personally. A button to create course and a button to create category. So look at it here. Yes, look at it here. Creating of course. Hmm? Yes. Then now, good. When you're adding the student now, all these people, all this one will be along on the add student. So we already have it here. So we already have it here. So we can please let this be image. Please work on it. Let it be image. Cohorts. Cohorts should have a drop down of cohorts. Mm. Program should have a drop down too. Status should also have a drop down. Then the rating should not have a drop down because rating should have a drop down. Then this so yeah. Uh, mm, so Then so that's what you are going to do. Then you're going to create. No, don't work on, just create the button where this one is now. So when you go to code, it will just show you name. Yes, a mother. Just duplicate this. Have it there. Add. You can say this one. Change this one to add member. Add course. Add create cohort. Add student. Add course. Create cohort. So that when you click on it, so what I'm going to do next time, we'll start working. Yeah, no, you can't add. You add cohort now, but when you add that student, when you add a cohort, you come, you see all the list of cohort by drop down. But now we are not going to working on asynchronous request. What I mean by asynchronous request that when you add it, it will appear without you loading the page. So we are not going to do that. That will be later. But now I need to load the page for you to see it here. Mm, so so add these two buttons. Don't forget to edit and delete. Now when you click on listen, when you click on delete, it should show you a pop-up. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes, say yes. Yes, yes. Then you should now delete. Then when you delete, it will reload and take you back to the same page. Mm. So when you create account, so just don't worry, just do the front end. Then send me on my GitHub so that I can look at it and see what we are going to come up with. So we'll meet on